If you've got certain things that you use on every single project that you edit, it's really inefficient to go and have to constantly find those on disk and re-import them into every project. Instead, you can share things between multiple projects in DaVinci Resolve. For example, say we've got this video intro MP4, and this is an introduction that we use at the start of every video, or it could be a logo splash screen. Make sure you've got the media pool open and make sure that this tick box is ticked to show the power bins. This is this section down here. Under power bins, you've got this master section, and under this master section you can add items, or you can right click and choose new bin. You can type a name for this new bin. I'm going to call it common, and then click on it and you get this empty bin area. If you don't see this sidebar, click here to open and close that sidebar. Now you can drag things from a timeline over on top of this area here, and it adds it to this common power bin. Power bins are available to all projects within that project database. So all projects that you create from now on will be able to access that common power bin, and what that means is we'll just delete that. You can open up the power bins, drag that common video clip to the start of every timeline you edit. But power bins are not just for video clips. You can also use power bins for sound effects and music. So say we've got these common sound effects that we use in every video. Just going to add that to the timeline. I get all my music and sound effects from Epidemic Sound. If you want a free trial, there's a link in the description. Here's the sound effect that was just added. This one contains 3 versions of that sound effect, and say we use this version quite often, we can now just open up our power bin, drag the sound effect into it, and now in every future video we edit, it's going to be real quick to find that sound effect from the power bin, drag it back down onto our timeline for a new project. But that's not all. Let's say you have some kind of effect that you use all the time in every video. And by the way, you can drag this little dividing line between the power bins and your actual bins in your video. So let's say we have an effect that we use quite a lot. This zoom effect, I'll just drag that on and we can change the zoom and these other properties. Instead of applying that effect directly to a clip, what you can do is come down, you can come over to effects and drag an adjustment layer above that clip on the timeline, and then apply the effect to that adjustment clip, change whatever settings you want for whatever effect you're using, come to the file property in the inspector, give this adjustment clip a name, we'll call it demo zoom in, open up your power bin, drag the adjustment layer into your power bin, and that's why we set that title so we can see it in the power bin. And now if I just delete these and remove this effect, anytime we want that same zoom, we can drag this adjustment layer from the power bin onto our timeline and watch what happens. We get the zoom effect. And as a quick bonus tip, you can actually right click on a power bin and export that bin for use in other project databases or on other machines. The second way you can share things between projects, especially if you're doing color grading, is to open the color grading section, maybe do some crazy color grades, whatever you want, add multiple nodes, and when you're happy with your color grade, open up the gallery. If you don't see the sidebar, click here, click on the power grade section, and if you want to, you can click here to view it as a list. Right click in this window and choose grab still. This is going to create this new entry in the power grades, and if you want to, you can click here and give it a more descriptive label. Just call it "This is horrible." And now in future projects, you can simply open up the gallery, navigate to the power grade section, find the power grade, "This is horrible," right click on it and choose apply grade. And that's how you can share color grades between projects in DaVinci Resolve. And you can also set up empty templates, which don't actually do any changes, that you can reuse for every project. The third way I've got for you to share things between projects is to use presets on different effects. Let's open up the inspector and choose one of these things. Let's just choose the audio and the AI voice isolation. If you click this button, it's going to open up the window for that. And say you know that for certain types of videos, you need 20% of voice isolation just to get rid of any background noise. Instead of having to dial that in every time, which is not so bad in this specific instance because there's only one control, you can hit plus to add a preset, give the preset a name and click OK. And you can see now we've got this preset for this control. This preset will be available in all projects that you edit in the future. If I change that value, click the preset, it goes back to 20.